through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where it starts. Tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes. Well, it's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself. I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself. I didn't know I was lost. Hey guys, Mark the Guitar Guy here. Bit of a longer intro than normal, but I wanted to show you how I played the song Wake Me Up by Avicii. Now I know we've done a video on this song already. However, it's one of the songs I do in my set list when I'm doing solo gigs, and I've kind of developed it and made it my own style in some ways, and what I thought I'd do is show you how I do that. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at the chords, which are kind of simple, but it's more about the right hand picking technique for this song. There's some other cool things I do with the song before I go on. I actually link it with another song called Save Tonight, which is exactly the same chords, which goes save tonight, find the break of dawn, come tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be gone, save tonight, etc. And just repeats the same, pretty much the same chords over and over. So that's what I do in my set list. So let's break that down for you guys so you can have a go at doing that yourself. Okay, the chords part of thing. If you've already seen the Avicii video, I'd recommend you go and check it out, the one I've done on how to do this song, Wake Me Up. Go check that out, get the fundamentals of how that song is done, because I'm going to show you the more nuanced part of how we do that. So with the left hand, it's based on an A minor. We're going to be doing, though, I like an A minor 7 chord. So it's just an A minor with the third finger off, and which gives you, if you're going to tab that out from the 0 of the 5th string, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0. If you're a bit sneaky like I do, I chuck my little finger quite often. You'll see different versions of it. I put it on and off how I feel. Little finger, you can actually add that to the G note on the E string, which is the 3rd fret on the bottom string. You can add that because the little finger doesn't really do much throughout the intro of this song. So, and also if you hit a string that's not quite the right string, it still sounds pretty awesome. So I'll just go through how I play this. So this is the part we're going to be learning now. There's a few little nuances that are happening that are slightly different than the original version of that. So the first part of that, we're actually going to be looking now at the left hand, of course. So we're going to be doing the first chord shape, which is A minor 7th. We're going to hammer on to the 3rd fret of the 4th string. So we're hammering on from the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret, and we're doing this little part here. Okay, so how we do that, hammer on onto the 3rd fret, then we play the 0, 3, 0 and tab, which is, if you're just looking at strings, which is probably the easier way to do it, 3rd string, 2nd string, 3rd string. Okay, so we've got okay, and then we've got a C chord. So we've got a C chord, but it's a 3-fingered C chord. So there my fingers are, if you're looking from the first note, which is the C note, 3, 2, 0, 1. And of course my little finger sometimes is, sometimes isn't on that bottom string, and it's optional on the 3rd fret of the bottom string. So if you're starting out and you're kind of, if you're in a sort of like a yellow belt stage of guitar, then you might not want to put the little finger there. You might leave that off and just keep it simple to just 2 fingers and 3 fingers. But throughout this whole thing, my first 2 fingers pretty much stay in the same position, okay? Those first 2 fingers, which is part of the A minor 7 chord. And the last part we got there with a C chord. This is actually, I do a hammer on here on the second fret of the 4th string, and I go to a G note just very, very briefly with my 3rd finger. Comes up to the 3rd fret on the top string. Okay. Takes a bit of practice. That little bit that I just did, by the way, that little section is how you would break this down for programming. So if you're programming this from the start, okay, those first notes, da 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 da, then a hammer on, and then C, then a hammer on. Okay, so there's 4 parts pretty much. So the first part is the first A minor 7 chord, then a hammer on to the F, then to a C chord, then a hammer on to the G. So what that is the hammer on, 0 on the D string, which is the 4th string, hammer on to the 2nd fret, the next 2 notes after that in the chord, and then we skip to the top string. We just play the G chord the G note by itself. Okay, so back through that section. So from the beginning, the A minor 7 part, hammer on, okay, and then the C chord, hammer on, and then the G note at the end. Okay, 4 sections. One more time through that. Okay, so we can speed that up. Okay, so it sounds quite flashy, but it sounds super cool. There's not a lot going on the left hand. The really important part of this song, though, is the right hand. So now let's have a look at that. So the right hand part of what's happening in here really is the fundamentals. And a lot of the stuff I teach, you'll notice that's the case, because Mark's going on about his bloody right hand again. That's exactly what's important, the right hand. So, picking pattern, it's a tick-tock motion. Guess what? You might have heard me say that before, the tick-tock thing. Really is, though. The right hand, my finger is anchored. My style of playing, of course, I anchor my little finger here more than I'd anchor my palm. So we're going to be playing, so down, down, up, up. Okay, that's the main pattern for the song. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down. Last part's a little bit different because we've got a little thing happening in there, but it's that down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. If you're thinking about TikTok, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. We're doing that, but really small. Obviously on one string, you know, per string I should say, one pick per string. So the first part of those 4, you've got the 5th string, down, then a downstroke for the 4th string, and then an upstroke for the 2nd string, and then upstroke for the 3rd string. So down, down, up, up. So strings wise, 5, 4, 2, 3. And this picking would be down, down, up, up, okay? So that's the first section of that. Then we've got the bit where we do a hammer on to the F. Okay, so what we're doing there, we're hitting the 4th string, it's downstroke, we're hammering on the left hand, then we're going down, up, up. So down, down, up, up. Same pattern we just did for this one earlier. But the strings are 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string, 3rd string. Down, down, up, up. Same thing with the programming, just do one section. Even if that one section I just did there takes you 5 minutes to get really good, that's normal. That's completely normal to do that over and over. Program, program. And it doesn't have to be that fast. It could be... See, I did it wrong. I'll do it again. Someone needs to do some programming. And then the next section, we've got a C chord. So this is a very simple C chord. We're playing from the 5th string, so it's the same picking pretty much that we did for the A minor 7 chord. 5th string, 4th string, 2nd string, 3rd string. Down, down, up, up. Now the picking, you make sure the rhythm is da, 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 da. Down, down, up, up, okay? Okay, that's the 3rd part of it. So we've got A minor 7, F chord, and then the C chord, And then we've got the last part, which is holding the C chord. We lift our second finger, we hammer on, so we're playing that 4th string again, and we're going to go down, down, up. The strings are the 4th string, 3rd string, and then we've got the 2nd string. Okay? Then we're going to play at the very end, and that last stroke leads us up, that last note, to the top string, to the 6th string, and we're just going to play the G note by itself, a downstroke. So that last part is down, down, up, bass note, which is a downstroke. Down, down, up, down. Down, down, up. And that sounds bizarre by itself because it's blending into a different chord, but when you speed it up, it makes more sense. So that's the last part to program. Now you'll notice there's a few other ghost notes happening when I play. What I mean by ghost notes is a few other little notes that happen, but they're not guaranteed to happen every time, but they happen as a result of me tick-tocking. What I mean by that, if you do an A minor, if I just continue an A minor 7th over and over, you'll hear those other notes coming in, so it's not just, you'll hear the other notes from the ghost. So when I say ghost, I mean my right hand's just continually down up stroking, and so it picks a few other notes out while after it's done the actual riff. So there's a little down up happening every now and again. But it's not imperative. But it's one of those things that's hard to practice that. So just play the main notes, keep the tick-tock happening with the right hand, and when the song becomes more confident for you, you can add those other notes in there as you're getting more confident. So once it's programmed, that's when you start getting a bit more relaxed with the right hand and just letting it tick-tock how it wants to, and the song will appear way more interesting for you. So that's the intro. If we looked at the strumming now for the song, so that's the intro. Once you've gotten that programmed, which means go and spend lots of time getting that done, we can then look at the chord part of it, which is the strumming part of it. And the right hand, all I'm doing is down to up, down to up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. So it's quite fast, but if I slow it down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Now, as you've seen my videos before, you'll know that to strum fast, you need to strum really small radius of the arm moving here, like the real small amount of room there. Not a huge tick-tock like this. We want a tick-tock, but really small, okay? And I'm picking out different parts of the strings as I do the chords. So if we go through that, A minus, or see my picking right hand? So hear that percussiveness that's coming at it? Literally, that's what I'm doing with the right hand. I'm actually hitting the guitar with my palm when I'm coming down for a couple of the downstrokes, when I want to emphasize that groove. So the rhythm for that, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, da-ga-dung, da-ga-dung. That's down, down, up at the end for those A minor, the C to the G, C, G. Okay, so right hand's quite busy as well. But if you know my stuff, hopefully you'll have such a good grounding in your right hand technique that this should be quite easy for you. So we just add the chords, it's really simple. So what I'm doing with the right hand now, is what I'm doing is when I'm strumming that, because there's a lot going on there, it's not just strumming all the strings. My first Strat downstroke, which is, and I hit the guitar, I'm aiming for the bass note of that chord. So an A minor 7th, it's going to be the low A. For the F, it'll either be that high F, or I'll use my thumb to get out another F note on the top part of the chord there. Now, and then to a C, and I'm hitting the G. I'm pulling out those notes at the beginning of each part of the sequence of the strumming pattern. And then the rest of it, I'm disappearing from the bass note and I'm playing more with the other strings and just feathering around with those strings. It's quite light. So. song becomes a different song, doesn't it? So there's quite a lot happening there. However, it's so nice to be able to use that percussive feel, which comes from the TikTok and holding a pick correctly and all the other things if you've not seen those videos, and making that song sound super cool. So there we have part of the video so far. I'm just breaking it down into 2 sections because it's going to be a big video, this one. It's going to be a huge. So we've got all the left-hand part of the intro, we've got the right-hand part, we've got the chords for the verses and the chorus. However, we haven't done the chorus part, which is the 2/4 feel where you do. There's that part of it. We can do like a 2/4 rockabilly feel, and we also haven't done the little lead section, which is this part. That little cool bit. So we're going to learn that in another video. So that'll be the next video you'll see. Hey, if you really like my style of guitar teaching, and I hope you do at this stage, you've obviously listened this much through it, you need to go check out JAMORAMA.com, and then you can get access to all my videos. I'd love it if you have a great foundation in guitar, and the way to have a foundation in guitar is to go right there and check that stuff out. A lot of people watch videos and stuff all around the place, and that's cool, but you need a foundation. You need something strong that you can build upon your guitar ability. If that sounds like you, go check out JAMORAMA.com, subscribe to my channel, and we can have a bit of a relationship. That'll be cool. So otherwise, we'll see you again in the next video very shortly. Mark the Guitar Guy signing off.